na na na. You wanna bowl with the kid? Watch your step, you might fool trying to do what I did. Mama, come closer. In the middle of the club with the rubber dub. I know love for the haters, mad cause I got 4 seats at the Lakers. See me on the 50-yard line with the Raiders. That Ali, he told me I'm the greatest. I got the fever, rubber flavor of a crowd pleaser. DJ play another for the show of this, show highness. Only magics, rocking my whips. South to the west, to the east, to the north from my hits. And watch them go off and go off. And yes, y'all, and you don't stop. In the rhythm of the summertime, make it hot. I'm getting jiggy with it. 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 850 IS if you need a lift. Who's the kid in the drop? Who else will we? Living that life, so consider a myth. Robs from South Street to 125. Women used to tease me, give it to me now nice and easy. Since I moved up like George and Wheezy, cream to the maximum. I'll be asking them, would you like to bounce with a rubber that platinum? With a real attacking them, with a play ball with shacking them, I'm flattening them. I'm sorry, get it. You thought I took a spill, but I didn't. Trust the lady of my life, she hit it. Hit her with a drop top or with a ribbon. Crib from my mom on the outskirts of Philly. You trying to flex on me? Don't be silly. Get it jiggy. Getting jiggy with it. You getting jiggy with it. Like a beauty queen on a movie scene. Said, oh my, what do you mean? I am the one who would dance on the floor in the round. Told me her name was Billie Jean, and she caused a scene. Every header that I done dreamed of being the one. But dance on the floor in the night. Told me, careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Mama always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do, because a lie becomes the truth. Yeah, Billie Jean, my lover. She just a girl who Thank you very much. And welcome, welcome.
Legend of the Phoenix, or is it the beginning? That keeps the planet spinning. The frost from the beginning. We come so far to give up who we are, and let's raise the bar. The stairs. She's up all night to get some. I'm up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. She's up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. I'm up all night for good fun. She's up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. The present has no ribbon. The gift that keeps on giving. What is it I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We come so far to give up. Raise the bar and our curves to the stars. She's up all night to get. We're up all night for good. She's up all night for good. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. She's up all night for good fun. We're up all night to the sun. She's up all night to get lucky.
Thank you very much.
a very, very strong start here. That band, that video. Let's give it up for our band, guys. Wolfstrut, come on. Okay. I love the energy. I know it's 9 a.m., but I'm going to keep pressuring you to keep clapping and wooing with me. So thank you for giving a round of applause for our band. Now, let's give a round of applause for our organizers, the Product School team. Louder, louder. Okay. A big, big welcome to everyone at the Barbican Center. I feel like it was just yesterday when ProductCon London 2022 happened. I mean, it was 4 months ago, but still. Anyway, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mika, and as you may have noticed, I love talking. Yes, so on the daily, I work with our enterprise experience team, but today, the theater kid in me found herself on the stage as your host. Awesome. Can I hear some laughs? Come on, I need that energy. Okay. Today is going to be quite the day, everyone, and I'm going to fill you in on that in a tiny bit. But first, let me welcome our virtual audience. This is me trying to find the camera and hoping I'm looking at the right spot. Awesome. Hello to all of our friends at Hop In, my mom and dad included. Hello. Not to brag or anything, people, but we have people from all over the world tuning in. I mean, I'm talking Germany, Spain, Dubai, Japan, and the Philippines. Hey, isn't that exciting? We're so global. Why am I not hearing any excitement? Why? Yes, exactly. And I don't mean to be showing off or anything, but I do want to tell my people there online, I know it might be early, or it might be a bit late for you, so I appreciate your tuning in. Awesome. And today isn't like any other day, people. Actually, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things for me. Is that okay? Is that okay? I'm going to keep asking you guys to participate until I hear, all of you doing it. Okay, so first things first, number 1, if possible, let's try to meet 3 new people today. Let's network, let's socialize, it's all that fun stuff. Number 2, let's tune in. Take those notebooks out of your bags if you have them. Take notes, do a lot of learning, because today is gonna be a day of inspiration. And of course, third, when I ask a question, and I ask you guys to woo, can you please woo? Okay. Love that, but we can do better. Okay, so does that sound like a plan? Awesome. I'm very excited. Okay, now on to the serious stuff, actually, AKA time for me to actually do my job. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking you through the specifics of the event. So first, let me give our virtual audience the rundown. Physical guests, please bear with me for a bit. Okay. Hello to our camera. Hello again to everyone there at Hopin. I'm about to give you all a virtual tour, so please tune in. Are you ready? Can I get some noise in the chat? Be like, I'm ready. Oh, I heard that. Someone said they were ready. Thank you so much. Okay. Right now, you are actually on the main stage there at Hopin. And on the left-hand side, you will see the other areas of the event. So first, we have the reception area, which contains the schedule of the day. Next up, you have our networking area, which, based on those challenges I gave earlier today, you are going to be very excited to do. Next, we also have our expo hall, where you can meet our amazing vendors. And finally, can I get a drum roll? Hey, okay, I'm loving the participation. Okay, and lastly, we have our ProductCon challenge. Ooh. Yes, it's going to be very exciting, and actually, you have to get in on that, guys. So for the password to access it, it is Product Rocks, all together in lowercase letters. Awesome. Now, if you swipe underneath the stage, you will find useful links to our resources, information about our upcoming ProductCon events, and other golden nuggets. So please feel free to make yourself at home, explore, hop in the expo hall. That is only until 3 p.m. UK. Awesome. Okay, enough of me talking. I want to hear from all of you at Hopin. So can we make some noise in the chat? Are you excited? Are you eager? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Well, here our physical guests are very excited, so I hope you are all sending GIFs, emojis, all that fun stuff. Okay, Simon, let's go to the next slide. Awesome. Now on to the juicy part, and that is today's agenda. As I said earlier, it's going to be quite the day, aka it's going to be jam-packed, because not only do we have incredible talks and a panel, actually not a panel, 2 panel discussions by world-class speakers, and listen to this, we also have vendors with raffles. Oh yeah, we got free stuff. That's right. So our friend User Testing, for example, is giving out a mini Theragun. Hey, come on, guys, a bit more excited, come on. And we have other games and prizes and fun stuff. So for example, later we have a super cool DJ for the after party. And if you didn't see it yet, we have our photo booth outside. And of course, the amazing band Wolfstrut. But anyway, you know what I'm most excited about? What, Mika? I am excited about the free coffee. Yes, that's right. We will have a number of coffee breaks today. And again, it's free coffee. Make use of it. Gotta breathe. Okay. Now, as you know, we are in the age of tech and social media, so I will be pressuring you, I'm kidding, asking you very nicely to post everything that you do today. Take a photo in the photo booth, take a photo of me on stage right now if you want. And during our breaks, we will do our best to go in and like them. So please, go crazy, post on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's gonna be super fun. And how, you may ask, how will we find those photos? As you can see here on the slides, make sure to use hashtag ProductCon and tag Product School. So that you can start. Thank you, love that. Can I hear another woo? Yes, love it. So actually, take your phones out. Let's start those posts. Virtual audience, take some screenshots. No? I tried. I better see some of those later. But anyway, let's get back to business. So listen closely, in-person guests, because this is very, very important. If you have a star on your badge next to your ticket name, yes, get those out, look at them. You will what am I trying to say? This gives you access to the provided lunch in the fountain room on level G. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have a star, we got amazing options outside the Barbican, It's gonna be great. Yes. And also, I need to keep quiet because I have another very important piece of information coming up. Bathrooms. Yes, we always need to know where the bathrooms are. For my guests at home, you got yourself, you know where the bathroom is. But for everyone here at the Barbican, when you leave the conference hall, you'll see like a bunch of signs, bright yellow. They point you to where the bathrooms are. So if you're going out on this side, you go past code check, down the stairs, and there you will find the bathrooms. I did my best to make that sound exciting. Was that exciting? Okay, man, that was a lot. I'm having a hard time keeping up, but I hope you absorbed everything. If not, though, I'm sure you've been seeing our awesome volunteers and team and their bright blue t-shirts, so feel free to approach them in case of any questions. All right, now that logistics are out of the way, I'd like to introduce you all to Product School. Woo! Amazing. We built that. Okay, so who here was familiar with Product School before ProductCon? Raise of hands, comments on Hop-In? Same, same. Now, if you didn't raise your hand, it's okay, I got you. We'll go through it. All right, next slide. Simon, Amy, just kidding. Yes, there we are. Okay, Product School is the gold standard for product management training and certifications. We provide both individual and team training, and the cohorts are delivered live by leading practitioners with industry expertise to give everyone that front row feeling. Like I said, we are passionate about all things products, so please, please, no bias, be sure to go check out our booth and chat with our reps. Does that sound exciting? I wasn't feeling that one, but I'll give you another chance. Was that exciting? Okay, but you might be thinking, because I would too if I was in your place, Mika, what is in it for me? What is in it for me? That's right. We always have something up our sleeve for our in-person guests. Yes, for our in-person attendees. If you enroll today, you can save 400 pounds. Amazing! Thank you for that. So if you want to do that, do head over to the website, productschool.com/ProductCon-offer, where you can purchase the course, or, as I said earlier, feel free to go to our booth and speak to one of our reps. Can I hear some excitement again? All right. I think everyone is pumped. Is everyone pumped? Yeah, thank you, my man. Everyone is pumped and ready to learn, so let us welcome our opening speaker to the stage. Christine Su is head of product at Twilio. Christine is a B2B enterprise software product leader with vast experience in hypergrowth organizations. Her domain expertise spans telecom and financial service industries. Today, Christine will talk about going global with your product. Let's give her a huge, big round of applause, everyone. Let's go, Christine, let's go.
Ohayo gozaimasu. 私は名前は Christine です。I'm getting a lot of what is she on about faces. Oh, wait, you don't understand Japanese. Good. Remember that feeling, because that is how your international customers feel when you don't localize your product. So why am I here today? Right now, I lead the international product team at Twilio. Previously, I've led teams to expand into and across APAC, both in a 0 to 1 startup and mature state enterprise settings. My specialisms are B2B, enterprise SaaS, and regulated industries. Let's warm up. Here are two very similar looking Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate bars. Other than the wrappers looking different, what else do you spot? Look, the nutritional outcomes are roughly the same, with minor differences here and there. The one on the left is sold in the UK. The one on the right is the Australian version. Now, if you've ever had a conversation with an Aussie, such as I, about Cadbury chocolates, if you haven't done that, please do. They love talking about how their version is just so much better and different. But why? When the functional spec looks nearly identical. Let's take another look. Here I highlighted 3 things. 1, product info. Think of this as product marketing, aka how Cadbury talks about their product. The UK one is made with fresh milk from the British Isles and Ireland. The Aussie one is 1, made from sustainable cocoa, and 2, proudly made in Tasmania, which is in Australia. What this tells me is what local customers care about. So UK folks like their dairy, like their local dairy, but where it's made matters less. Aussies take pride in locally made products, and sustainability is top of mind. 2, let's move on to the sizes. 45 grams in the UK, 75 grams in Australia. Now, that's a huge difference. And it's a major element of the product experience. It would certainly take me a lot longer to finish a 75-gram bar than the 45-gram one. So maybe that's where the extra satisfaction comes from. Lastly, let's compare the ingredients. The UK version has lower milk solids and much lower cocoa solids. And they also use vegetable fats, while the Aussie one doesn't. Could that be why the Australia one seems smoother and creamier? Maybe Aussies are really onto something here. Now, this is just one example of product localization for something as humble but as evergreen as the Cadbury dairy milk. Let's take a step back and ask the fundamental question, as we product managers do. Why expand internationally? International expansion is fundamentally about growth. The base hypothesis is that customers elsewhere have a similar or the same problem to solve, and that your product value proposition resonates with them. Most software products are, by definition, global from a distribution perspective. Many companies, after they've found repeatable success in their home country, would start tackling new markets simply by selling their original product overseas without any enhancements. Initially, you may see hockey stick growth with minimal GTM motion, simply because the base is so low. A GTM-first approach is extremely common and can be very cost-effective. You definitely want to obtain basic validation of product market fit before investing further into productization. What's crucial at this phase is how not to overlook the valuable GTM customer feedback loop early and frequent, and finding clear signals from the noise. Any qualitative or quantitative data that you collect at this point will prove useful in the case-building phase for productization. Invest in the infrastructure, tooling, and processes that capture these data. For example, does finance report revenue and margins by country? How do you collect country-specific feedback? And how might you attribute country to your user product analytics? Don't assume any of these would be available out of the box, because they won't. And without these cuts of data, you will have a hard time building a case. You may think, okay, so GTM first, productization next. How long should you wait, and what happens if you wait? Things to look out for. In most cases, with some GTM motion, your international business would start growing, and fast, probably upwards of 50% year on year for the first few years. The initial phase of growth causes complacency and can be dangerous. You may decide to delay product internationalization investment because of how fast it's growing. But sooner or later, you will start seeing slowing growth rates because your international customers can tell that you're not really local, and they can't help but to wonder if your product is really suitable for them and can be trusted. Meanwhile, competition, both local and overseas, would likely have caught up. To be specific, if your home market is, say, in the UK, and you're trying to expand into Spain, you will have competition from both the UK and elsewhere trying to do the same. And all of you will likely find a Spanish homegrown competitor very hard to beat. Now, timing is a difficult question to answer without context. My recommendation is to monitor metrics, such as slowing growth rates, deteriorating win-loss ratios, conversion, and retention. Make sure you have a way to do this in an international/country cut, and it might also be valuable for you to compare against historicals in your home market. So I've distilled my learnings over the years down to 3 takeaways with some examples. Here's what we're going to cover next. To be clear, I am by no means the voice of authority on any of this because, 1, context really matters. So there's no one-size-fits-all approach. And 2, the intent behind these is to help you avoid some common pitfalls, and I will certainly welcome follow-up discussions and feedback. Number 1, play it like a team sport. Product management is by definition cross-functional. This is only more true with international expansion, which is a company strategy problem. To set yourself up for success, make sure you have top-down buy-in and sponsorship. Cross-functional alignment is your best friend. So invest in how to work with each other, collaborate, and engage. Now, let me take you through a concrete example. Let's begin with some context. Twilio is an enterprise company that's headquartered in the US. We're highly distributed with folks all across the globe. On the product level, Twilio has a mature multi-product portfolio. Most people here would be familiar with our communications API, such as SMS and voice, but we also have an application layer that sits on top or adjacent to those API primitives, such as Flex, our programmable contact center, and Segment, the customer data platform. Various degrees of interdependencies exist within the Twilio product portfolio. As the international product team, there are 2 key groups of stakeholders that we partner closely with, and the first one is the GTM team, including sales, solutions engineers, support, customer success, CX, who have boots on the ground and serve as our eyes and ears locally at various different customer touchpoints. The second are our core product teams. These are folks who ultimately own the individual vertical product lines. The international product team has inbound and outbound dependencies with them, and we must be able to horse trade. The cross-cutting nature of my team means that we must be in locked arms with these partners all the time. The first step was a stakeholder and role mapping to identify who they are, what they do and own, and importantly, what outcomes motivate them. then we must ensure these folks actually know who we are, understand our roles. So we created team charters to clarify purpose, ownership. And along with a country maturity model, which is a framework to benchmark and articulate our vision of how our product suite may evolve towards a lovable stage to international customers over time. We ran lots of roadshows to get feedback and evangelized up and down the company. The moment I realized the evangelism was working was when the Twilio C-suite started using terminology from our country maturity model back at us. That was truly an aha moment for me. Twilio folks respond well to data. So our strategy team built a model that pulled in TAM, revenue, effort estimates, et cetera, to output a country priority list, which we rallied the whole company around. On a country-by-country basis, my team examined deal win-loss ratios and reasons, conversion metrics, NPS, CSATs, to stack rank feature gaps per country. We used numbers to argue and measure, but we didn't forget that we were all humans and loved a story. So we illustrated customer pain points by visually demonstrating international customers less than ideal sign-up flow, for example. And we collated customer verbatims from the research that we conducted. Together, these were extremely effective. From an operational standpoint, we stood up async Slack channels and regular forums for information exchange and communicating decisions made. Our team also depended heavily on our program managers to manage cross-team dependencies. It took a village, but I can't stress enough the importance of strategic alignment as a success condition for international expansion in a matrix organization. Number 2, go deep first, wide later. If you've ever moved countries, you would appreciate how different it is to visit as a tourist versus living in it, especially if you don't understand the language. The latter gives you an understanding that goes much further beyond the service. This is why your international expansion journey, when you start, you want to go deep rather than wide, to de-risk doing too many things, but none of them well. Go after a low-hanging country that is culturally similar and has a reasonable TAM. For most US and UK products, this means other English-speaking countries, namely UK, US, Canada, Australia. The effort to productize for these countries are low, relatively. The next example is about the Twilio self-service funnel. Overall, Twilio has a pretty healthy growth funnel. However, there was a general perception that our international onboarding left a lot to be desired. To validate this, we deep dived into our North Star metric related to product activation. We segmented between Twilio US and international, first as a whole, and then country by country. We weren't surprised to see conversion being lower outside of the US. What we weren't sure was why. To get answers, we started with our top country, the UK. Our theory was, if we couldn't even fix the UK, we can forget the rest. So we mined our onboarding survey for feedback. We ran competitive benchmarking against other regional or local competitors, and we took a customer-centric discovery approach. We used Twilio's core jobs to be done to map out exactly how UK customers were either not served at all or underserved. We then formed hypotheses ran tests to zone in on what exactly we needed to change. As a product manager, I believe it's easy for you to think that everything's broken in your product and you want to fix everything. I totally get that. But the reality is you can't really fix everything because you don't have unlimited resources. So an action-oriented approach to discovery is crucial in helping you focus on what truly matters to your customers. The third one, speed versus scale. You may be dissatisfied with my third lesson, as I don't have an easy answer to offer. The age-old question of, should you build for speed or scale? My answer is, it depends. And I'll show you through 2 examples. So I once did localization at a 0 to 1 startup. It was a company of 30. We were still trying to find product market fit. Our approach to localization was constrained due to our limited runway. We had no choice but to optimize for ARR. So we decided to brute force our way through and added 2 new locales. We didn't have time to craft our own UX copy, so we co-wrote them with our prospect customer. Localization was 100% menu and flaky. Many of our choices we made back then still make me wince today. But we needed a deal. In moments like this, do the things that don't scale and delight your customer instead. Now, let me contrast that with how we've approached localization at Twilio. A little bit of extra context. We were targeting 5+ new locales. Our product web assets sat on a rather diverse tech stack, which was a result of organic hypergrowth and through acquisitions. Meeting everyone where they were would have been prohibitively expensive and inefficient. So we decided to centralize and platformize. Our team evaluated different internationalization standards and picked one. We built tools and processes to enable teams to become self-sufficient in internationalizing. For example, we provided a linting tool. We centralized and automated localization. So as soon as anybody merged a pull request, we would detect if localization applies and kick off the end-to-end process, including QA. This took all of the individual, disparate, repeated effort away from many, many product teams. So as a result, not only did we gain internal efficiency, more crucially, we were able to provide high-quality, consistent, localized customer experience at lightning speed to market and scalability. As I prepared for my talk, I reflected upon what I learned. Quite honestly, it became obvious to me that international expansion is not different from any other product management roles. It's highly context-dependent. My recommendation is to treat international just as another customer segment. Lean into your PM fundamentals, ruthless prioritization, customer centricity, be data-driven, leverage storytelling, and make well-reasoned trade-off decisions. These are all skills that you possess already today. So it actually sounds quite simple, don't you think? Let's go global with your product.
Give it up for Christine. Thank you, Christine. Awesome job. Thank you for shedding light on such an important topic. #stay ruthless and prioritization. All right, we are just getting started. Next up on our list is Yi-Wei Ang, CPO at Talabat, a delivery hero company, which is the largest food delivery service in the MENA region. Over the years, Yi-Wei has worked on product teams for various firms such as Microsoft and IBM in Singapore, Dubai, Toronto, and Seattle. Yi-Wei is going to be talking about courage and how to do the hard things as a product leader. Let's give it up for Yi-Wei, everyone!